Okay, the winners. So there are actually going to be 3 types of winners because we gave 3 different challenges. And each of them is going to get a prize, but I would first want to get Greendash to talk about, I'm not sure where they are. Very good, here they are.
Hi, this is not the full team, but I'll try to present everybody. So we were competing in one of the 3 tracks. It's to provide the best possible visualization of all the data that we received from PNG. So what we did in the end was, after that 1 month of hacking, actually it was 5 days of hacking because it was one hack per week actually. So what we did was a tool that we called Greendash board, which we subtitled From Historical Data Insights to Real-Time Alert Detections. So we were composed of a team of business and decision consultants here on the left side. Koen from Atos, who I believe is here in the crowd. He's there. Thanks, Koen. And Grégoire from University of Ghent. I think he's also somewhere here. Grégoire is there in the back. So we were composed of, so I have a pointer. You see we have different backgrounds. So Koen more a streaming analyst and Grégoire more a data scientist, etc. Here we have Sébastien just on my side from BND, and Vincent is somewhere here as well. So we combined in those five weeks actually several competencies to try to produce something of a value for PNG. So it's not a project, it's something that we did outside of working hours, you know, trying to kind of figure out what's the best thing to show to these guys. So what we did is a part of exploration and a part of real-time kind of visualization, where in the left-turn part we show the history of the data, so the data that we were given for 1 year of 1,200 sensors of one power plant, which is, if you can imagine, not a small size. So in the historical part we showed some dependence and outliers in the visual detection. But on the real-time part we showed, actually we replayed how the data goes on through time, for that shows that energy consumption. So the historical part would be a tool more for a business analyst or process analyst or a process engineer that could look at certain factors that might influence the performance of the factory. And on the real-time side, you could see a production operator monitoring stuff in real time or in replay as well. For all of that, we used plenty of tools actually, because yeah, it's a hackathon, so we kind of experimented with different tools that we worked before to see what's the best fit. So for the historical part, we used more Python and R to analyze data and to try to find some outliers and interesting cases to show in the visualization. Because once again, this was not a project. It was meant to show the capabilities of what we can do and what they can gain from it in the end. So Python and R for analysis, data modeling, and SQL for data modeling, and then Power BI as a front-end tool. We also used ClickSense, but we didn't show it in the end. We decided for the Power BI. In the real-time world, Spark was used, Kafka was used, Node.js to produce visualizations, and D3J in JS. So yeah, the exploration part is a data model. The real-time part is more messaging system. So this is what we produced. I cannot show you the real tool. It's a it's an interactive dashboard that would show you per type of motor or per motor in the power plant what is the energy consumption. It's highly drillable, so it's you can filter through it, and you have automatic filtering throughout the dashboard. It has a nice layout, so I think that's what appealed the audience there, with some KPIs and some you know, averaging, etc. It allows you to drill down, of course, and do any type of representation of the data, and historical data, I might say, in this case. So also, we were able to show how you can drill down to certain aspects of let's say, the power plant where the sensors correlate one to each other. And we showed that on this screen where we filtered for some, oops, sorry, I'll go back, where we still filter for some process blocks, and then we see some sensors here that correlate, and we see also the historical value of those sensors. We can also expand the time frame here, not just for one day, but for multiple days, etc. So pretty basic stuff in terms of visualization. And what we also showed, what was, I think, a good wow effect, was that we like I say here, ask a dashboard a question. What? Seriously? Yeah, you can ask a dashboard a question. In this case, I don't see that well. Average power of consumption per week, for example, or per month, or by motor, etc. And it would give you the results on the fly. So that was on the historical part. And then on the real-time part, we produced a tool that actually was replaying the data as it happened. So in this tool, you were able to zoom in on the real-time, well, actually in this case, replay of the data that we see. It had real-time alerting with the gauges that would show you, that would spike if there was some problems in the, detected problems on the sensors. Standard deviations, so 1 or 2 standard deviations, and you can zoom on different individual sensors. The same tool would give you a possibility to zoom and smooth the data. You could see different input types, and you could actually choose the representation. And actually, that's pretty much custom made, so you can imagine that you could do pretty much everything with the visualization side. And yes, it was real time, and we can demonstrate that. And that was the last slide. I believe I had one more, but that was it. So all in all, it was, in terms of, if I may just last note, Hackathon was quite fun. We learned a lot with PNG, and with the valuable inputs of PNG, we were able to produce a tool in the end that that proved to be quite useful. So thanks. Thank you.
So, I want to thank you very much.
If we can invite just all the guys from Grégoire, Koen, can you come here? Vincent?
It was not only the fact that the dashboard looked good, it's also that it had very good functionality. So thank you very much for your efforts. And here is the token of appreciation.
Here's the rest of the team. So Sébastien, Gérard, Koen. Okay. Twitter that. Thank you.